Hello, everyone. We are back again, Waiver Wire Fiends.
Mm,
We're talking trades today. We are talking
mm.
disrespectful trades, good trades, trades that make no sense in any way. So,
And
let's,
overreactions.
yeah.
There's a lot of that.
Like,
Me too.
I'll start. Like, Derrick Henry is an overreaction, dude. We're talking about a guy who's fit. Last year, I think he was gone for half the year and still finished top 20 running backs
He did.
in fantasy.
Yes.
That's ludicrous because he had two bad weeks. And I understand it. You're a fantasy owner, and you're like, man, I'm 0-2, and I need to get rid of Derrick Henry and get some value back. Sure, I can understand that. But when you sell a guy who was drafted 1.01 or 1.02 or 1 dot down to 0.5 for next to nothing, better yet, if you package him with CD Lamb and somebody says no to it, hey, I'm not saying names. I'm not bringing up specifics or anything. But if you get an offer for Derrick Henry and you're not asked to give up your best running back, your best wide receiver, a quarterback who's premium like Josh Allen or Pat Mahomes, or your best tight end, if you have Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, Darren Waller, George Kittle, any of those guys, if you can get Derrick Henry without successfully trading any of those guys, do it, because for some reason people are just selling him like hotcakes, dog.
Let's say that the trade was Derrick Henry, CD Lamb,
Mm,
JD McKissick
mm,
for Miles Sanders,
mm.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Chase Claypool, and it got denied.
So you're telling me I can have, statistically speaking, RB 8 and up, and wide receiver 8 and up for two low-end RB2s.
Hmm?
Yes, and Chase Claypool.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, the point production.
I thought the trade was getting accepted. I'm not gonna lie to you, and it got declined. And I was like, I'm done.
And here's the thing, and for those that don't know, we're referring to an SLGP trade. Okay,
Yes.
we have our own league.
Yes.
There was a trade that was offered, a trade
I'm
that
at
was
first
declined. I was mad that the trade didn't get accepted.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even, dude, as soon as I heard Henry was on the move, I was on the lines. And I got him, so we're clear.
Yeah.
For David Montgomery and Damian Pierce. And maybe I played a little bit to the hometown bias. Maybe I just gave him a good RB2 with another option who could possibly be somebody.
Yeah.
But if Derrick Henry pans out, like I'm pretty sure he will, to be at least a top 15 running back fantasy value-wise, I have two RB2s, a wide receiver 1, a good quarterback, a good tight end. You can win leagues like that. So, hey, all I'm really saying by this, buy Derrick Henry, okay? You could probably buy Dal Cook too, honestly, because he's not going to continue to be a lackluster running back the entirety of the year. But then again, like, if you're in a dynasty league and you have Derrick Henry, sure, move him for younger pieces, absolutely. But, like, don't overreact to selling first-round draft picks so soon.
Yeah. But also, if you are getting a trade that includes Derrick Henry and CeeDee Lamb for two RB2s, shut the fuck up and accept it.
I feel like, especially with Derrick Henry, for me being a person that traded him, I do feel like it has to matter on what you got from it. Like, I traded him in 2 leagues, just so we're clear. I traded him in Caleb's league and an SLG league.
The other trade was so
I don't want DK on my team, okay? So I got Gabriel Davis for him, and I did take a hit with taking. DK's trash. I mean, not Gabriel Davis. What's his name?
Oh, so you are.
Yeah, Gabriel Davis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait. Before that, to get Derrick Henry, you traded AJ Dillon in one of the leagues.
I mean, That's what he wanted.
I know that. I'm saying, like, that's the type of disrespect that's going on right now. Derrick Henry's had 2 bad games, so he's being traded for A.J. Dillon.
I think Derrick Henry's name carries a lot of value. So if you don't want to risk it, you trade him.
Yeah.
But if you do want to risk it, like Calvin said, where you have a lot and it won't hurt you if he does do bad, you do it because he's being lowballed right now. So you can steal him away from somebody. If he does good, you're great. But if you don't, like me, friend, like he named it, I'm 0 for 2. I needed to do some stuff.
Yeah.
My other running back I have Swift, but my other one after that was Michael Carter. And don't get me wrong, that's my grenade. I'm giving that to somebody at some point.
Yeah.
And the thing that's funny to me, week 1, 21 attempts for 82 yards. Didn't have a touchdown. If he did, we're talking a completely different story right now.
Yeah.
Oh, one bad game against the best rushing defense in the NFL. But he goes up against the Raiders this weekend, who don't have the best defense in the NFL. And then he has a pretty easy stretch in terms of defenses to go up against. Las Vegas this week, Indianapolis next week, who got torched. Washington the week after that. DeAndre Swift, we know he can blow up against them. Then down to Houston after the bye week, which, no offense to you guys, but a running back of Derrick Henry's caliber against your defense, that looks like good points. Kansas City. Denver might be the first good defense after this week that he plays. And then he goes into Green Bay, somebody who got torched by David Montgomery with no offensive line help basically whatsoever. Cincinnati, Philly. I mean, he plays maybe 3 or 4 more good defenses the entirety of the year. So the whole purpose of this video was to talk about trades and reacting, who you should trade, who you shouldn't trade.
Yeah, like right now, I have a trade pending in our SLG league that someone sent me. They want Gabriel Davis, and they're offering me Ezekiel Elliott straight up.
What the hell?
Yeah.
And you're accepting it, right?
I'm thinking about it.
Dude.
You know what? I'll accept it right now, just for you, Calvin.
I feel there's players like
the only reason I don't want to is because you made it have 3 wide receivers and a flex. But I got you. I got you. You ready? You ready?
It's so frustrating.
Ready? Here we go.
Zeke in the 7 years he's been in the NFL, his worst finish was RB13, which is still good enough to be RB1 on any team in your league.
Yeah.
I mean,
but we're trading him for Gabriel Davis, who is the 3rd passing option on the Buffalo Bills, man.
Do you want to know why that's going on right now, though, Calvin?
Why?
Because I'm in first place in the league. So people are thinking that anybody that looks like a low-end wide receiver on my team is obviously going to be a solid option on theirs.
I know, but the problem is we should call the first 3 weeks of the league the overreaction period of the NFL.
You're right. We should.
It's where we throw grenades, people take them. And you know what? We probably shouldn't even put this video out because the old heads on Yahoo, the people who have no idea what they're talking about on ESPN, or the people who think they can just follow analytics on Sleeper, they'll see this and be like, oh my God, wait, are we messing up by making all these moves that you and me and Nick are taking advantage of 100%? We shouldn't put this video. This helps them. But that's what we're trying to do. Stop losing leagues because you overreact, okay? This is not like this fantasy football is not a relationship, okay? It doesn't just drastically change. Football players just don't immediately decline, okay? Derrick Henry will still be Derrick Henry. Ezekiel Elliott will probably still be at least an RB 15 plus. Gabe Davis will be wide receiver 37 at the end of the year. And whoever just traded you Ezekiel Elliott is probably not winning the league.
Oh, this is crazy. I have Jonathan Taylor, Ezekiel Elliott, and James Robinson now.
What is happening?
It's overreacting. It's what it is people value those players at fantasy football picks, and they're not producing what they expected because you have guys like that were drafted super low and that it's I need to trade now. This is my favorite time to trade.
Just so we're clear, anybody who watches this, I have Jonathan Taylor, Devonta Adams, Josh Allen. Now I have Ezekiel Elliott. I also have James Robinson and Kareem Hunt. And I have Darren Waller and Kyle Pitts on my bench.
It's the clear fact that you have guys that are balling. I do this every year.
I do it every year. I have
in my
somebody.
league.
I pick up somebody that I know is going to have a first good couple weeks, and then I can trade them for high.
I do that all the time.
Corey Davis has another great week, I can trade Corey Davis for high in every league I picked him up in.
That's the thing. They're grenades, and you give it to people, they do good. And then, like week 4, they're doing bad, and you're like, why are they doing bad? Yeah, because it's not consistent. They're not, like you said, Gabriel Davis. I know he's wide receiver 3. I'm already sending him off in trades and all that stuff. He's a better fit of a trade than DK was, so I have to flip it. It's a lot more work. It stresses me out at night, but the thing is, everybody looks – there's a lot of people that look at statistics, and sadly, that doesn't matter in fantasy.
Yeah.
I don't care what the computer says. If it says I'm going to win, I've seen that before, and I've lost by 50 points.
Yeah.
Anytime I'm favored to win, I'm like, okay, I lost. Congratulations to me.
If we're being honest, Gabriel Davis is obviously wide receiver 2 over there, which it makes sense. Yeah. But
he's going to end up wide receiver 37, though.
Yes. But you just traded Ezekiel Elliott for him,
who is going to be RB 15. And the other thing that pisses me off, by the way, running backs are so much more valuable at the top end than wide receivers are at the middle of the pack. Yep. Please start to understand that. The RB0 strategy is the dumbest strategy I have ever seen. Why do you play fantasy football? Understand what the most important position is, right? We could all agree it's most likely running back. Even in PPR, right? Jonathan Taylor, Austin Eckler, those guys are more important than getting a wide receiver.
I could make the argument that quarterback is probably more, but that's only if your quarterback is going to be the reason you win the game. Like exactly. when I have Josh Allen.
Right, sure. In that case, sure. But when we're talking about premium positions, yes, where you have to start multiple, yes, running back is the way to win fantasy football. It always has been, it always will be.
You're right.
People are drafting 0 running backs and then trying to trade
wide receivers, yes.
Yep.
That don't matter.
Yeah.
But because they drafted him in the 5th round, they're like, hey, that's a good wide receiver right there. And then they send stupid ass offers for people like Aaron Jones, right? They're like, oh, I can get Aaron Jones for cheap probably. Let me send over I don't know, Chase Claypool and the Cooper Cup lookalike from the Rams, and I guarantee you I can get Aaron Jones because that's a fair trade. Bro, don't send insulting trades because right there you kill any possibility of a trade actually being done.
Or this is my biggest pet peeve. If I send you a legitimate trade, don't fucking come at me and say it's not enough. If I'm sending you something that is completely fair and helps the both of us out, do not come at me and say, oh, you have to throw in Jonathan Taylor if I'm going to give you fucking, I don't know, Darren Waller too.
For instance, this guy offered me today Chase Claypool and the lookalike from the Rams for Aaron Jones. So I sent him back Aaron Jones for Josh Allen, Justin Jefferson, and Travis Kelce.
That was just to slap him in the face as well. Yes.
That was more so like, if you're going to insult me, I'm going to test your knowledge as well.
Yes.
If you're dumb enough to hit accept on this, then whoop-de-doo. If not, leave me the fuck alone.
This is my favorite thing. Every year I do it with Nick. I tell him all about it. I send out terrible trades to people. Someone's going to bite on them. But I also sprinkle in good trades. Like I told Avery at one point, I said, I'll give you Devonta Adams and Kareem Hunt and my first round draft pick next year for Derrick Henry. And he told me he would take all of that for Leonard Fournette.
And then he traded
Yes.
him for AJ Dillon.
Yes.
Yay!
Yes. All that kind of stuff.
I traded him for
Just like today, he sent me Leonard Fournette for Gabriel Davis and James Robinson.
like there's
And
other,
then said that was fair.
there's other players though. Like I feel like if you can trade them, trade them. Like Alvin Kamara, I feel is one that I'm not 100% confident in. I'm not saying he's not going to get me numbers, but dealing with a rib injury, I mean, and a quarterback that's injured, I feel if you can get something for him that's of equal value, I say get it because one good hit to that rib cage and you don't know what's happening.
Yep.
Sure.
Very correct.
That is true. Yeah, that's all I think we had for this. Made it to this point of the video.
We just really wanted to get on here and rant about the stuff that's been going on for the past couple weeks.
Y'all send us y'all's trades and let us know what the hell y'all
Yeah.
got.
Yeah. Y'all send us like screenshots, whatever y'all got. Let us know.
Put them in the comments because I want to read them while I'm at
Put them in
work.
the comments. Send us screenshots on Facebook, all that stuff. Let us know what's going on.
Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter, everything. Maybe we'll make another video on this talking about terrible trades that y'all got and how you could improve them.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
Cool. If you made it to this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe down below. It costs you guys nothing. Does a ton for us. Drop your bad trades down there. And then comment how you feel about this entire thing, man. Let us know how you feel about overreacting, if you think it's valid, if you think it's stupid, whatever the case may be. But we will we'll make sure to read those comments. We'll get back to you guys on our thoughts and opinions, and we'll see y'all in the next video.
before we go, I will say the whole reason it's valid is if you are in a money league and people are fucking with your money. Completely valid to overreact.
I think if anybody fucks with their money,